Oh,
Hello, Denise.
hello, my bro.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy.
Awesome.
We almost matched. Almost.
Kind of almost.
In the same shade.
Yeah.
I like your shade better, actually.
You like my what?
Your shade better.
Oh,
That's
I like
you.
your shade better.
Oh, do you?
All right. Welcome, everybody. For those that do not know, this is Denise, Spiritual Growth Tarot. She is my soul sister from another mister. We have the exact same birthday, 3 hours apart. Who would have known? Except Denise. Denise does astrology, and so she knows all. So,
Well, only because you volunteered your exact birth time and place.
yeah, that's true. So what's going on astrologically with me on this?
Oh, I can't.
Real quick though, nothing negative, real quick, positive. What's up?
I can't divulge any confidence, but I will vouch for the fact that we have both been through some of the most major transits that most people have a really hard time with. And I don't know about you, but for once in my life, it was blissful. I was fine. I was absolutely fine.
Yeah, good. But that 3 hours must have made a difference because it was kind of like a roller coaster for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But we're not done with it, are we?
Well, it was exact. One of them we're pretty much done with, the transiting Chiron on our moons.
Yeah.
And then Pluto on our Chiron, and actually Pluto around all the planets that we've had hit with. We'll never have it like over our sun or our moon, because we won't live that long. But
speak for yourself.
Okay, if you make it to 246 or 250 years, then more power to you. I don't want it, man. I'm
already 17,000 years old.
I agree. If we added up all the lifetimes, my goodness, we're probably all like 1 million or something.
Yeah.
Especially me, because it takes a lot of lessons for me to get things. But we had, and you know what? Our generation, and even the ones that are older than us, so we're 67, the ones that are older than us, they've had that same transit too, and all my friends are fine.
Yeah.
But basically it's Pluto crossing over our Chiron. So for me, it just like blew up my deepest wounds, like whatever.
Well, and it's getting to be that. I mean, I don't know what Pluto and Chiron are, so that's good. Ignorance is bliss in this case. but it feels like, yeah, a lot of things have been blowing up, like, okay, and it's like I can hang on to them or I can just let them go. And I think that's what we've been learning.
Yeah.
Just let it go easier. Don't hang on to it so much. Why?
Oh,
why?
Totally. My friend over at Foolish Tarot, she says, let go or be dragged. I was like, is it drug or dragged?
Drug. Well, you're drugged. You're drugged. Well, anyway.
Yeah, that's a story.
Let's pull some cards. Some cards. First of all, I have to do a little correction because I talked about Truth Social in my last video about how it's a paid app. It is not. That was fake news that I got sucked into on Twitter. So there's that discernment thing going on. It is a free app. However, I don't trust them not to keep it free. They probably will start charging for it. But right now it is a free app. And right now I don't even know if it works. So better be free.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, since I'm the navigator, you're driving, right?
Right. And I'm sweating it because you're testing me, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. So politics real quick. Texas primary is March 1st. We are now in the voting primary season. So hopefully everybody got out there and registered early. Support your candidates, whoever they are, support your candidates. Beto's running for governor. He's, what a great energy. But whoever you want to vote for, support them in any way you can. Don't just sit back and go, oh, somebody else is going to do it. No problem. I'm not. Okay, maybe I will. But
yeah, I know that's the thing. We need to support all those swing states, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is like those little, a bunch of little, the grassroots little like $5, $10, 15, 20, 50, whatever here and there from all of us. It's just
right.
That's what works.
Yeah. And just make sure that when you do decide, if you decide to vote, put some support, financial support behind somebody, make sure that you're not getting dinged every month if that's not what you signed up for.
Yeah,
so you got to be careful.
I remember that was like an Act Blue thing. They did that with me. They changed it. I kind of gave them a little trouble about it, and they changed it. Now I know.
Yeah, they will.
It's unchecked,
Yeah, I did that with 45, Mr. Pumpkinhead, and I gave him some money, and he started draining my bank account. And I said, hey, no, dude, I just wanted to give you a penny. That was it. And he took more. And I'm like, so I called my lawyer, Rudy Giuliani.
Oh, you did?
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Did he tell you to beat him over at Four Seasons Hotel?
He did.
And then did he have a hooker with him?
Yeah. As a matter of fact. And he goes, never mind. Rabbit hole.
Yeah, it is. Squirrel.
Big squirrel. All right. The other thing too, and then we're getting into cards, is just sending some love and light and healing energies out to Ukraine people. Hopefully they are, surrounding them with protection and healing energies. They're in for a rough one. And as I grab my cards and I pull it up, it is the Five of Cups. It's sad. It's sad what's going on. Dark, stormy clouds.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness.
Whew. So let's read on that a little bit.
How it's gonna go? Is that what you're wondering? What's your question? I know.
Well, I have a couple of them. And we were talking about this backstage, where we each get different hits on how long this is going to go, how bad it's going to be. And it seems to change because Putin hasn't been clear. And so his energies change with, how he's feeling and his little man complex, if he's being hurt.
Danny, the last time, I totally forgot about this when we were talking, but now you reminded me of the last. Yeah, so I do readings on Fridays, upload them, and then release them on Saturdays for like the next week. So it's for this week's. And I think I left him for last, and I don't know why, but sometimes I don't empath. Sometimes I set the intention like, no, I want it only through the cards.
Yeah.
Adam B and just here on my table. But lately I've been just like letting it go. So because so let's take a few deep breaths and it's gone anyway. But so this last time I was shuffling about him, and he was like, I could feel this energy just like he's just like darting all over the place.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't keep himself still or centered.
Right.
And then something with his left leg, his heart was hurting. It was awful. So then I said, "Ooh," like, get rid of that. And then at the end, it looked like assassination was what I got. It's like,
Oh,
I know.
for him or for
For him.
somebody else?
No, on him.
Yeah.
It's like that last spread was about, how's it going to go for him? I
Yeah.
didn't put a time frame on it at all.
Right.
Yeah, for entertainment purposes
For
only.
entertainment. Here, let me put that up.
I don't
That since
think
you had that lovely thought, I'll just hold that up there.
Yeah.
I don't think he's thinking what you're saying is for entertainment, but it
No.
is.
No. I'd rather see people in jail and then get the justice, that way myself.
Right. So let's read on. Well, let's read on. Will he stop where he is at those 2 breakaways? And it may already be changed by the time people watch this, or is he going to keep going further in to Ukraine?
Okay. All right.
So is he going to stop where he is, or is he going to keep going? Is he going to stop where he is? Or is he gonna keep going? No.
He's in I can't say the words I want to say, but a truckload of fear.
You think?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
really
gosh. Oh my
really
gosh.
coming off like, yeah. And it's like everybody's dead. What, or how, I can't do his accent, but it's like,
Come on, say it again.
do I do Boris and Natasha or whatever? I have to go.
Oh,
I can't do
you
those
mean
accents.
Rocky the flying squirrel?
Yeah, Rocky the Flying Squirrel and Boris and Natasha. And,
Oh my
and
gosh.
throw
Oh
me
my
like-
gosh.
He's not strong like Bull anymore, I don't think.
No, not strong like bull.
Not at all.
You got your cards?
I haven't drawn them yet, but I will.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. You
Yeah.
just keep coasting. See, Denise is driving, sweating, and all right. So it's interesting that I got I had the 5 of cups, before I shuffled,
Yeah.
and I got the 5 of cups again. That's at the top of the reading. So
Wow.
the first I pulled 6 on this. I got the High Priestess. She's not really letting us know what he is doing, that whether he's going to go forward or not. He's not really sure. He's like going, should I not? I got the 4 of Swords, which is a retreat card, which is also a sickness card. And so I'm like, is he sick? At the base of the reading, I'm using my fountain deck. I got the Fountain card, which to me, it's saying if you stay in the light, you're going to be good. If you go off to the edges, you're lost. It's not going to be good. So again, I'm not sure where he is because of this High Priestess card. It's a little unknown. She's not letting us know. Also, I got the Hanged Man. So he's still a little upside. Well, he's a lot upside down, but he's still looking at his options, trying to figure out which is the right way to look at something. At the top of the reading, I got big loss. And in the potential near future, I got the Death card, transition. And I go, will Putin stay where he is? I got the 4 of Swords right next to the transition card. And with what you were talking about,
Whoa.
it's like, what's the transition? So it's still unclear whether he's going to be, just kind of stop where he is, or if he's going to get sick in transition, or if the country is going to say, it feels like him. It doesn't feel like, he's stopping and he's transitioning.
Yeah, I've got a shocking ending for him too. Yeah, I just asked for this story. Well, wait, do you have anything else there?
No,
what
I'm
did you-
done. I'm done.
Oh,
I'm confirming your initial thing that
that's
it's unclear. His energy's too back and forth with this. Maybe the sanctions are hitting the oligarchs hard enough. The ones that aren't in the war machine, I don't know. I don't pay attention to them, so I don't know what they have. But it may be the people that are going to stand up. I didn't see it here, but there is some kind of sickness, illness that is resulting in a transition. So,
yeah. Right.
So I'm done.
Eventually, right? That's the thing. Yeah. I mean, I've got this book card which has to do with secrets, like that would confirm your
High priestess.
Yeah. But so you were asking like what's he gonna do? So I started with that, and then I kind of flowed into like how is it gonna go for him? So he's watching out. He's like, he's got an eye on, he's watching out how he can like independently get in there. But he's also, it's just kind of like herding cats, I suppose, right? Meaning of the kitty card is like really, it's independence. But then it's also, you see with this kitty, there's, these balls of yarn and, there's a couple there. So I think he's just looking out for his own selfish interests, and he's gonna keep. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna keep working it. He's just gonna keep going in. This is an abusive card. Keep going in, and I think this is the capital. I think this is Kiev. I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go in towards the capital, and then this is my card for him because he's impulsive, and it's a card for someone who's not very tall and has a round face. And I love you guys out there with round faces, and you don't have to be tall. This is my Putin card. I had to assign, one card to him in this deck. And then here he is, just this, this could be Trump with him too, because it's like a lion, Leo lion.
Right.
Of Leo energy in his chart. But I feel like it's him together, and he's the predator. Like this is Putin the predator coming in, and he thinks he has all this protection and his loyal following, but then later on with this, like, because those are the cards at the top, this bottom row is like there's some, hold on, I gotta get it in the right order. There's some really important secret that I don't think he knows. There's and then on another level, this could be some, them throwing the book at him with sanctions, right? Like he doesn't get to go to, because it's not just us, it's the UK and other countries. It's like your resorts over here anymore, right? I know what he's thinking. He's thinking he doesn't care about sanctions because he's got his money coming in with all his money laundering. He gets everything from the black market. It doesn't matter to him, and he's not caring about anybody else.
Right.
But so he's got this goal of, the money coming in, right? That's the thing. But then later on, when he's trying to make this like transition, and he's at some type of a crossroads, And then there's a whole lot, and it might be something over the ocean that happens, I don't know, a whole lot of shock. And then on another level, this could be cyber warfare.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's doing that already, he's already, that's a sad thing. He's already done that just as of today. So yeah, no,
So-
for him, there's my illness card.
Oh,
At least in this deck.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna go well for him.
No.
Yeah, I think it's his nervous system. Yeah, with the stars, that would be the nervous system. And then other people. Yeah, so all these people in other countries, it's like they ain't having it no more.
They ain't having it. They ain't having it.
Right. Homie, don't play this game no more.
No. So I pulled just some cards on Ukraine. Instead of focusing on Putin, focusing on Ukraine. And I got the Three of Pentacles, which could be Russian money, which is actually people coming together to help build things up. And the pact with the Two of Cups being crossed, covered. So there's a lot of good stuff going on. A little suspension. Hang on with the Hanged Man. In the past, you have the Star card, the Star of Hope. And in this deck, the star is being pulled out of darkness, which I feel like is
Got chills, major chills there, Dan.
yeah. So there's but it's being, you got the 10 of Swords at the top of the reading, the pain just being stabbed in the back. However, they've got the Hierophant coming, and that's right next to the Two of Cups. So I'm feeling, when you were saying overseas, which is the Star card coming in, and I see this as mutual governments opening up a box of whoop ass on for protection. And I know people say, no, it's a can of whoop ass. Well, this card, it's a box. So I can't say can when this is a box.
Gotcha.
Can of whoop ass. Anyway. So, and I keep getting this, yet Putin is going to go in, which he has. He may go in further. I'm not seeing any tower cards, big destruction cards. I'm not seeing like the Five of Swords winning at any cost cards. I see being stabbed in the back. That's not fun.
No, yeah, I don't. I've got for Ukraine, I've got the Nine of Swords. Like they don't have to go through this, and then with the Knight of Swords, this is them coming in.
Yeah.
Them coming in. And but they don't want any offers. I think that maybe will be presented to them because in the past, all it's done is left them this way, right? The Eight of Swords down up, they're stuck. But then there's some big change. I don't know what this big change that comes in, but then I've got the Death card. I don't like that. And then I've got the Three of Wands. So that makes me wonder if there's, because Biden has said that we're not gonna, we have boots on the ground over there, but just as presence.
Right.
He's saying he's gonna let any of our guys die over there.
All right. Well, that death card too, because you said you had the Knight of Wands, big change.
Right. Two big changes. Yeah.
Two big changes. So
right. I wanted to get like the Strength card or something. I'm still trying. I've got the Fool.
I can find it for you if you want it.
Please make it happen, right?
Make it happen.
Yeah. And then I've got the Nine of Pentacles. So I'm wondering, of course, you know what I did when I was shuffling, I didn't allow for reversals, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. I've got 78 cards here. Yeah. I wonder
Yeah.
if they're gonna have, with this 3 of Wands, wondering if there's some other, well, all the European states, what am I saying, countries should be fighting hard, I would
Yeah.
think.
And they are coming together. I mean, Biden did such a great job getting them all,
Yeah.
NATO back together again. I mean, can you imagine if the other guy
Or anybody else, I mean, anybody else, it's like, no, it's almost like he was just, well, it's not almost like, I think he was like meant to have this position for this time, because who knew?
Oh,
we were-
absolutely. Absolutely.
And the dude, I thought, I was thinking back in my head, oh yeah, he's a double Scorpio. He's got 4 planets in Scorpio.
Ooh.
And they're all in the 12th house. So he's that sleeper, he's like, it's like that car you come up against, you think you can beat it. No.
Oh, now I have two questions where I can go with this. Denise, this is why you drive me crazy driving, because I can go this way or I can go that way now.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
2 squirrels.
So I'm telling Denise, okay, let's go this way. No, that way. And Denise is going, what? Where do I go? All right. So
off-road.
Off-road. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with Ukraine a little bit. Trump said, and then we're gonna switch to the other direction. Trump said that his statement was so crazy. This was a genius move by Putin. We should do this in defending our southern border. And then he said, it would never have happened on my watch. And I'm like, what? So, it's going back and forth. The pumpkin patch followers are saying, that we shouldn't be involved in this conflict, which it's on one side, I say yes, but on another side, you can't let this happen. I mean, you look at Crimea. I mean, this isn't a potential huge if we don't stop this, because I think Putin will just keep going.
Exactly. He will not stop till he dies.
So, but Trump is out there saying what a genius. And we were talking about elections before. 2024. Do you think that the ticket will be Trump and Putin, or would it be Putin and Trump? Do you think Trump would be the vice president to Putin, or would Putin be the vice president to Trump? Do you think Tucker Carlson would vote for them?
In a heartbeat. And Matt Gaetz and maybe even Jim Jordan, and right? I mean, all those guys that are.
Maybe they all can be president. He'll just change the rules and they'll all be president.
Oh yeah, forever.
That's an awful thought.
I know.
Okay.
And I'm so glad you brought this up, because it drives me insane when I'm listening to the news and they keep calling him President Putin. It's like, he elected himself. He's not president. Just call him Mr. Putin or something else.
Oh yeah.
Stop calling him president.
Yeah. So we take a deep breath and squirrel, and we let it go. Take a deep breath and we let it go. Yeah. All right. What do you say about cars?
Cars?
Didn't you say something about cars?
Cars?
Cars. What? I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, that's on the ship, your Lambo that you ordered and didn't come in? No?
Yeah. So, no, something else, but we'll get into that. So let's look at supply chains.
Okay. All right.
Somebody was asking, Patricia will the supply chain issue be resolved? And I'm going to combine this with another question from Cat. is it, are we going to need to simplify our lives and our desire for new and better things, need to simplify our lifestyle needs because of the shortages that we're going through now? And certainly I have to simplify because my Lamborghini was on the ship that burnt.
Sorry.
And
what color did you order, by the way?
oh, it was post office box blue. Because I was gonna start delivering mail that, you know, gets lost all the time in my
Right.
Lamborghini. So when
Yes.
people like, I don't have my meds, man, boom, I'd be there.
I'm coming.
I'm coming. I'm delivering. Do you, oh my gosh, I just thought, I know this is a conspiracy theory, but it's for entertainment purposes only. Do you think Dejoy had anything to do with starting that ship on fire so that I wouldn't get the mail out on time?
I'm sure he did. And you know what else? I read something that came in a while before. Let's see, hold on. Okay. The Postal Service finalizes plans to purchase mostly gas-powered fleet despite EPA and White House concerns. Who do you think lined that one up?
I wonder if Dejoy has any interest in that trucking company that's buying all these. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, right.
I bet. And is the postal, what do they call it? Governor's Commission, whatever. Is that still being held up in the Senate?
I don't know. I think
Those confirmations.
Yeah, I think they have their, I'm not sure about that, but I think it was a time thing. It's supposed to happen in the spring. They only have their meetings every so often, I think quarterly. So we were having to wait until spring, which.
Let's look in spring. Let's see, is Dejoy still in there in springtime?
Oh, okay. Good question. Okay. Let's say by the end of spring.
By the end of spring.
Okay.
Dejoy still.
Dang it. What do you have?
I hear that he wants to stay.
Yeah, oh, he definitely looks like he wants to stay.
So when I was shuffling, I heard that he's going. He's not going to be there. My first card was the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, a new start, and it's being challenged by some big news coming. And then as I go around the cards, you know, at the top of the reading, the top of the energy is the Page of Coins. It's a new way forward with new stuff. But here he is, the Devil card.
Oh, yeah.
That's him just being tied to things. In the potential near future, I have the Hermit, which is solitary, trying to shine a light on something. And in the final outcome, I got the transition card saying it nicely. So something fast happening and he's moving on. So is Dejoy going to be staying? Is Dejoy leaving his government position by the end of spring? This says yes, that he is moving on.
Okay.
So not physically, but just he's moving on. But it's still unsure because of the Hermit card, you know, it's like, what? And then I got the Moon card at the base of it. So we have new news coming up, it feels like, out of the inky depths that are not going to be good.
I know. Maybe we could bring it out into like well, I've got different cards. So, and you know how timing is tricky. So maybe you're
Yep.
getting a little further out.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got that, like he's kind of stuck. He's in there
Yeah.
because of some votes. The voting, this would be the votes. So he's in because of some votes, because they all have to vote. And then with the book, I don't know if this means there's some secrets that come out. And this to me would be online, like secrets online. And then there's some opportunity that comes in for him, and then he's blocked at some point. Then he's blocked and it's done. But when I asked, will he still be in there? Will he still be in there by the end of spring? I've got 3 yes cards here. I tried to get him. I got 3 yes cards, but I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong.
I want you to be wrong too.
I am often, you see.
You just took the wrong turn, Denise. You took the wrong turn.
God. How do I be like the teenager that I kind of roll my eyes up?
I know you did that really well.
To get rid of this grandpa.
Grandpa Dejoy.
Grandpa's got a Lamborghini in his garage.
So somebody, I was reading on this ship and in my Lambo being burned up, and I was going, I don't even think I could get in or out of one of those cars. So it would just sit. And then I said, can you imagine Trump trying to get out of he'd be on all fours crawling out, and somebody laughed at that, and I thought it was funny. They mentioned it. That'd be the same with the Dejoy guy,
right?
Just seeing him trying to get out of that.
Get in and out. Oh,
yeah. All right. All right. So anyway, we took a side road. So let's pay attention. Let's put some energy on the virus. Somebody was asking.
Right.
Well, I was wondering, I mean, everybody's like dropping the restrictions, and I'm thinking.
Yeah, I got really clearly, I drove myself nuts last week with, I do my members only astrology, and I had those charts and was going through the days, and I kept feeling like the mask coming off, like, no. and then when I got to the members, their tarot, I got the same thing, with the cards. And I'm like, I'm trying. So I actually like reshuffled and said, let's just read just on the spiritual level. I don't want any of this in here. And I got the same dang cards.
Yeah.
Reshuffled, got the same dang cards. And then it came through in the public readings too, the ones that weren't for my members. So
I think it's it was just so weird because here in California, they said the indoor mask mandate is done, and you walk into the grocery store, some people still have them. Some workers do or don't. And it's like, oh, I'm in the deli section and I'm going, well, you probably should have a mask on, so I've just passed it up, and I'm like, dang, I'm not ready to see that, but nobody's given me stink eye for having a mask when others don't, which is a good thing. So, they don't have to wear it, but don't make me feel bad about wearing it. So,
right.
I'm just going to still stay safe and do my part. But somebody was asking, here it is, a couple of things. And one of the questions was that 80% of the people are going to get COVID and get sick or worse, transition. 20% will be left unscathed. And
this is this is worldwide. Though.
This is worldwide, but I don't know what that information will give us in the long run. Well, is only 20% of the people not going to be affected? So there are long-term cases with this. And somebody was saying that Electric Witch said her granddaughter became one of the teenage girls that have developed a lot of symptoms. So my wife has long-term symptoms.
I'm
and
sorry.
Well, I mean, I think we all have long-term symptoms of life, one thing or another. So
Yeah.
it's you just deal with it as day by day. You just deal with it. Some of them are a lot worse than others, though. Depression, anxiety, leg tics, pains in their legs, and it's like. So are there long-term issues with I don't know.
Like the long haulers that I heard
there
about
is.
Where they're where they.
How do I phrase this question?
Blood pressure goes way up all of a sudden, like everything's fine, and then suddenly the blood pressure goes crazy. And their heart's fine, and they go get checked, and everything's fine, but then it happens again, right?
So are these long-term effects with COVID, are they going to pass with time? Is our body going to be able to fix those as we go? Because our bodies are amazing.
Yes.
Regenerative machines.
Yes, they certainly are.
So are we going to be okay with these long-term COVID effects? Or what do we need to know about long-term COVID effects?
That's probably a better way to phrase it. Let's see how about for the long haulers. I like that better, Danny, to address, like, what people are dealing with, like right now.
Wow. A lot of choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of decisions to be made.
I've got quite the story going on here, man.
All right. Tell me a story.
Well, okay, so to me, this is like the long haul, right?
Yeah.
Got a ship, we're all on it together, we're going across the waters, we're not even sure if we're gonna make it to the other side, right? I don't know why this hot dude came through. But I feel like it might have to do with be wary of traveling, like the travel, because the ship is all about travel, right? And if I just think of like the man always wants you to spend more money, and with the moon, it's like, yeah, we want to go, right? We want to go and we want to travel, darn it. And the writer's like, this card has to do with like the news can come in. It can be news, but it can also be this could be cycles. The moon could be cycles
Yeah.
issues with legs, with because this card rules legs, rules mobility and all of that. And then especially for women, it might be a little more challenging for women than some of the men.
Because the question was about leg ticks.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, the card that rules the legs and ankles especially. Yeah. But then I do have recovery, and recovery over this card rules the lungs, right? The clouds is like mist.
Good. Good.
But then I've got the snake. So it's like, be careful, because there can be something hiding, something new with the child, and it doesn't have to be for little ones, but something new could be like waiting to bite us, right? And then I've got the dang coffin, which is it ending, or is this death, or is this more death? It could be ending. It could be ending, because I do have the owls, not the birds, but the owls, which brings in the wisdom. So we might get more and more wisdom as we move along.
Yeah.
And then with the stars, that's usually a good outcome as long as we have the intentions. And then it also rules the internet and how we're all connected, and across the world we can keep track of like what strain is going on where, and how state's doing, and Biden's doing his thing to get, vaccines to all different countries too.
Right.
But at the end of it, I've got, like the whole healthcare system, and this could be the healthcare system that is networking all over the world. So I'm not having a whole lot of faith lately in the CDC, but these two cards together would be CDC to me.
Right. Well, and my take on the CDC is, their job is so huge, and they're trying to, and here's the problem for me, they're trying to say the right thing for the public, and that I don't know how you do that. You just have to say, we're still figuring this out. We don't know, because it's new. We don't know, but based on, and they have said that, but I think their messaging isn't getting out quite like it should.
I think that's exactly what these two cards are about, with the snake and the new information. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe that's why the man is in there. Like maybe it's going to take cycles for the man to get his crap together.
Yeah.
The man at the
what?
CDC.
The man. Oh, I thought you were. Get your crap together, Danny. Come on now.
What? You.
No, well, me. So it's interesting you pulled the owl card.
Yeah.
Because I got my first card is Mother of Swords, owl. Okay, so that is wise. Be careful. Watch out. Keep your eyes open. Owls have, 360 degrees of their heads.
Yeah.
Watch out. And then we have this, the Two of Wands, which in this deck, it's like there's two paths we can go on here.
Yeah.
Lose it or, pay more attention to it. But my last card that I had is the owl flying with a sword.
Oh, I love that. So is that the Knight of Swords in that deck? Would that be the Knight of Swords?
The Knight of Swords. And the final, just a clarification, because sometimes I'll pull two final outcome cards. I got the Ace of Pentacles, which is a bullseye. So the long haulers in the long term, it's not without its it's not going to be like, boom, gone. It's still pay attention, take care of it, but there is going to be some governmental Hierophant action that is going to give us a rebirth with some information. You think snakes are, watch out, they can bite you. I think snakes are shedding some old skin for rebirth, and it's a figure eight. So more of that rebirth. So, I mean,
there's some swords, all those swords relate to science.
Oh,
right?
yeah. And then I have the Two of Swords.
And well, there you go. I think
So
we're-
that's in the potential near future, the science, if that's what you take that as. But
Yeah.
there is something that's coming that
Yeah.
is going to help with this long haulers.
Right. So maybe some new treatments with all that science. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did at the bottom. I did have the little tower card, but in this, in the Lenanon, this is like clinics and institutions. It would be the government card in the deck too, like the Irish.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
and then with the fish. So I think it's like can be a lot of support with the fish.
Sure.
Or from the government. But have you heard about those mucosal vaccines? They're not meant to be used for the first vaccine, but it's something that you can have and carry around with you. And if you're going to be in a crowd, you just basically, it's like a nasal spray and it coats, your nose and then your airways. Like if you had that to.
Yeah. I've been walking around in a dive suit with scuba tank, mask.
Mask on. Or with the whole tank, your regulator.
Oh, the whole thing.
That's great.
My friend went to go see Hamilton last Sunday, and I went, really?
Oh, yeah.
I go, really? I go, was everybody masked up? And he goes, oh yeah. And they were walking around, pull your mask up over your nose, make sure you wear it correctly.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. I go, was it full? He goes, it was full.
Wow.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there.
I have no desire for that at all. No.
Yeah. I mean, I do have a desire to go see theater again and go see concerts, but I'm not.
I have no desire to wear a mask for hours.
Yeah.
It would take away all the pleasure for me.
And we're so lucky. We're so lucky that we don't have to wear masks when we do our work because we're on Zoom and in our. Can you, the people that are working and have to, oh my gosh.
They're heroes, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Heroes. And
so all you people out there working 8-hour shifts, wearing masks, 10-hour shifts.
Right. And risking your life is sometimes for employers that, that aren't, you have to protect yourself.
Right. Yeah. So big love to you out there. All right. Here we go. I keep looking back at this supply chain issue, and then I keep thinking about my burned up Lamborghini, and I'm like, I'm sad.
Poor baby.
Okay, let's look at Pumpkinhead and the Pumpkin Patch.
Okay. Oh, Ivanka's?
Unless you want to go somewhere else. You're getting pretty good at driving this thing. So if you want to make a left or a right or.
Well, you know what, we could, if we get into the energy, just kind of do them all together, right?
Yeah.
We do have a few. We have Lori's about the biggest shock. And then we have, so we did this supply. Oh, no, we didn't ask if it would be resolved this year. We could do that real quick while we're already in it, maybe.
Okay, the supply chain?
Yeah, we didn't ask about that, did we?
No.
We took care of Ukraine. We took it best we could. And we did.
Wouldn't it be great if we could take care of Ukraine, you and me?
Wouldn't it be great if we could just send, little Pootie, he's a Libra. You'd think that he'd be into peace if we could just, that's what I'm trying. It's my biggest test, Annie, is to like go into my peaceful, loving place and then send that to him, because
I would give him my unburnt Lambo. I bought 3 of them, but they're all on the ship. I would have given him one if he would have just driven away off to the sunset. That's the kind of giver I am. I would have given him a Lambo, drive away.
I would have bought him a new horse and said, take your shirt off again, dude.
See, we could do this. You and I, if it's not the Lambo, which is the horse emblem, you're going to give him a real horse.
Well, Dusty Rose, yeah, I mean, that was her last question that we were asking, but I don't know if we got clear about the 20% and all of that. I don't know if we got clear on that, but anyway, I think
Yeah.
she's the one that has a really strong meditation group. There was somebody that I saw on my comments this morning, because it wanted me to do a meditation, and I can't, I don't have time to fit it in my schedule, but Dusty popped in. I think it was Dusty, that popped in and said she has like an 800 strong member meditation group that's been going on for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think it was her. If it wasn't, I will change that or I will note it and put it on my community section so you guys know where to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe
wow,
I'll just
that's big. That is big.
Anyway, add to community. I'll find out who it was so you guys can all follow her. Yeah.
Okay. Because how long have we gone on? Probably, I think we're close to an hour.
Okay. Yeah, good. Take your pick wherever you want to go.
Well, let's go to Pumpkinhead and the Pumpkin Patch Kids.
Okay.
So Liz wanted to know, let's just pop this real quick. Will the 6th give anyone immunity? And if so, and who will it be? That's kind of a tough one, who it will be, but she asked, would it be Ivanka? And let's just ask if it's Ivanka that if they gave immunity to. I hear that, yes, they will, and they have.
Yeah. So has she flipped yet, or will she flip? And then yeah.
And it's so weird because when thinking about this, there's so much stuff, so much crap coming down on the patch that which immunity did they get? This is just January 6th. This isn't Letitia James. This isn't, which Alan Weisselberg is saying that he has immunity and that he doesn't have to.
Yeah, he flipped in the beginning. We know that, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then there was a judge that, or was it SCOTUS? Was it SCOTUS that sent Trump's attempt to appeal, and he's dead in the water now. He can't. I can't remember if it was a district court judge or was it SCOTUS or both.
I think it was SCOTUS. I think it was SCOTUS that said we're done. We're not even looking at it.
Right. And wasn't there another one before that though? There was a district court judge. And that might be on something else. I don't even know anymore. But the January 6th records, he can't block the records.
Can't block them. They already have them. Yeah, the archives have already given them to them. Yeah, January 6th. All right, so let's look at, let's just look at Ivanka January 6th committee.
Okay.
Ivanka and January 6th committee. Okay. Interesting.
Okay. So, where's she going? Okay.
What's that?
I'm talking to myself over here. I've got quite the little story.
That
Go
means
for
you
it.
might be crazy.
Huh?
That means you might be crazy.
Oh, I'm certifiably insane. I can guarantee you that.
And you're driving and you're certifiable crazy. What is wrong with me? I should be the one sweating.
Squirrel. Oh, I just want to see where she's going to end up.
Oh, yeah.
But go for it. If you're ready, you go for it.
Well, yeah. So I got a lot of money cards here. So I have the 9 of Pentacles, and this is the Wild Unknown deck. So in other decks, it'd be the woman in the garden with listening to the bird. She's kind of protected. She's got all the wealth that she needs. So this is the 9 of Pentacles is her in her protected class.
Yeah.
And it's being challenged by the 6 of Wands. And in this deck, she's in the thicket, but she's shedding light. She's going up to the rainbow light. So she is offering information out, and she is being protected. So yes, I think she did get some immunity, talking about the 10 of Pentacles, the family money. This is January 6th. So it'd be talking about the family issues. I got that the information she gave was really kind of shocking, what she told them. I don't know how it can be any more shocking. I think they already know, but I think they kind of piece things together, put more pieces together for that time frame. I got the completion card with the world card. I also got, it's going to add to the legal woes, and it really helped the 6th commission. So I think she did get immunity. I think she flipped, and because if she didn't flip, there wouldn't be this King of Cups energy right there. That's a flip card for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Yeah. So this is interesting. And so even using 2 different systems, I'm getting kind of the same message. So with this card, the official card, it rules, right? It's like rules and regulations. But it's also my card for yes, in the Kipper. It's like, yes, it's official. She gave something solid. She gave something solid, and then and it's to try and get away, and then let me go, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking this is somebody on the commission, or it could just be, sometimes the people cards aren't people. This could just be like that support, like that major support that you get. And then I've got this journey card, this long journey. So I think it was like some deal to like let her go free. But she ends up in a big old wealth of despair. This is the worst card in the deck. This is like, but it's also the violence card in the deck. You know how we have all the swords in the tarot, and this deck could lead to violence. So I think that she was trying to get him to stop, when the insurrection started. I think she was trying to get Trump to stop. And so that's what that's about. Then using the what do you call the deck of character, so I was asking, like, what tools does she use? Well, she kind of was dancing around trying to figure out where to go, but then she had to make a leap, with the committee, right? Because she was on this treadmill trying to figure out what to do, but there's a big friggin' rock under the treadmill. Kept tripping up, and even though it broke her heart, she did this. She flipped.
Like a fried egg.
Yeah, like a fried egg, exactly like a fried egg. And then I was asking, well, where she's going to end up, because this deck is broken up into characters, tools, and places. So I'm using just the places to figure out where she was going to end up. And I've got this. This is so weird. I don't know. Does this make any sense to you, Danny? Like it was a graveyard first, a graveyard on the ocean. Like maybe she's going to try to go to another country, and then I've got the heaven card and the swamp and a hole. It's like trying to figure out what the heck, man. And then at the bottom of the deck, I had the jail cell, and then under construction. So to me, these two cards mean like club fed. Like it's not that bad. It's jail, but
yeah.
It's not that bad. But I don't know if she even really goes, because it looks like maybe she goes to some other country. When you were throwing
those cards up, what I was thinking with that was that when she had the death card and then the ocean card, was that the two that were together?
Yeah,
it felt like she was dead with her family. Like, okay, we're dead to you now. And she traveled across the ocean, but she could never let go of what she did. So that was she was always in the swamp, or maybe the swamp kept following her, and her dad, kept going, "You broke my heart." And she kept feeling bad about it. He wouldn't leave her alone.
Oh, you can imagine the guilt trip he'd lay on her, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And she's trying to sunbathe on the Caribbean island on her cruise ship.
And maybe she's exactly right. And maybe she's trying to find a country where it's safe for women to be, where there's no extradition, and safe for her and her kids, right? No extradition treaty with the USA, and that wouldn't be Morocco, and it wouldn't be the other,
Yeah.
Right.
But why would she even go? Why would she even go to jail for January 6th? Am I missing something?
Yeah, I don't think she would. I think that this would brought in the other stuff that I think it would have to be tax fraud, bank fraud. I don't know if it would be bank fraud and insurance fraud, like because Trump is the one that organized all that. I think that's more on Weisselberg.
Yeah.
But she has, I think, put what is that when you make what is it called? Declaration.
A pact with the devil.
Yeah, right. Whenever she declared on her taxes, I think what was distorted, and so she could have a lot of that. But I don't know that would really put her in jail. Like maybe these two cards together, the under construction would be that she manages to get herself out of it,
Yeah.
And jail cell, to me, like it could just be like some major restriction or a little bit of time,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I still kind of feel like every time I've read on her, she wants to take off, but she's in a lot of pain too. I get that broken heart for her a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then usually the airplane card, but she can't go. Like, can't get on that plane.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
All right. Well, listen, we're over an hour, I think.
Yep.
So let's pull just a general card for to lighten the load. and
Right on.
and send people on their way with a lighter load.
Yeah. Oh,
So
definitely.
thank you everybody for watching this far. If we didn't get to your questions, we'll probably do leftovers.
Yeah, you're going to have lots of leftovers. These were great questions.
They were really good questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely do your leftovers.
You can do some leftovers too.
Oh, yeah, we could always, right. If I have time, I have a stack of readings here I got to do too. And then I have to do that the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction that we're all going to have.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
what does that mean? Well,
It's coming.
stay tuned.
Yeah. Well, it should be good for spiritual work. It should be fantastic.
Yeah.
But
When is
it
that?
It could blow up COVID though, because it's this Neptune and Pisces thing we're going through. That's been COVID. Yeah, it's exact. I think April 11th or 12th. It's something that only happens in Pisces. It only happens every 166 years.
Oh.
Yeah, like the same time we're having a Pluto return, then Neptune, you get a 1.5 return. It's like a trippy thing how it's the way the universe has conspired to hold this web of love together so that we can play around, make mistakes, and lose our Lambos and still rise above it.
Still rise above it. I'm really trying. I'm really trying.
You just better sign my what do you call my driver's permit when we're done. I'm gonna get my
You did pretty good. I got to tell you. I thought you were going to take a wrong turn. I thought you were going to go down that pothole. You didn't. You avoided it all. Your parallel parking skills are excellent. Wow. So you didn't think they were that good, but let me tell you, there's a couple of guys that I've had. I saw Pootie try to parallel park. He's horrible.
Really?
Oh yeah, just like bam, 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 bam.
I
Mike.
Just
Yeah,
to have a driver.
just awful. All right. So the card that I got was, and this is really powerful for me, for a lot of people, is priestess. How are you being called to lead?
Oh.
So it's, how are you being called to step up and lead? And when I hear the step up and lead, it takes me right back to the beginning of with Texas in their elections.
Right.
How are we being called to step up? And so go Beto.
Yeah.
Good old guy there. So support your candidates, whoever they are.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, and in the tarot, the high priestess is a 2, right? So another like making those, got to get in that gateway and make those choices, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like how that all goes together. So the card I got kind of goes with it too. It's the Sacred Temple. If I hold it still, isn't that gorgeous?
It is.
Yeah, get in there and meditate. Go vote and then meditate.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I like.
I like the sacred temple inside, right? We all have the inner temple. I mean, that's where it lives.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And we get bombarded with all this other stuff that is trying to get into our sacred temple and mess it up. So we got to keep that nice and pure. So love it. Love it.
That's so true, especially this week we've had this Mercury square Uranus. So it's like the energy just goes really fast. You know, that's where I had my blip, you know, on my live the other day. And it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that out loud. Like, oh, I could blame it on Mercury square Uranus.
There you go.
Oh,
Nobody cares though.
Blame it on the planets. Sure,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Nobody cares about you blaming it on the planets.
It's fun to blame it on something, right?
It is, yeah. But planets? Nah. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Denise.